introduce it?
You introduce. We're back.
We're back. All right. This is we're gonna delete the other one because that one we can't. We're not even gonna use it. It doesn't even matter. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Specifically Random podcast. This is episode number 4 again.
4, I believe. Yeah, it's from the episode 4. Redo.
Yeah,
Do
episode
over.
4.
Yeah.
There's no camera, so Jair said no cameras anymore.
No camera for right now.
Because we're not at that level yet.
Yeah.
Since we don't have everything that we need to edit. Just as a reminder, this is a podcast in which we talk about specifically random things. If Jair keeps touching the headphones and you hear it, it's not my fault.
And then we got a new table, but we can't put it on camera
because Jair's not ready for it.
Yeah, we're not ready for the camera. We don't want to fall behind.
And if you touch, and Jair's gonna keep touching the fucking headphone jacks and everything, so you hear everything. It's not my fault. Jair just, I don't know what he's doing. See?
It's because Tina made a sick ass table. I want you guys to see it.
Yeah.
We're gonna start making tables instead of podcasts.
One day. So yeah, that was me. All right. Yeah, just as a reminder, we talk about specifically random things, anything from politics to what was happening during the week to
your mom,
to your sister. Who knows? Whatever it is. Jerry's gonna keep putting the coffee up and down, so I apologize.
Oh yeah, I'm drinking the coffee.
If you're listening to this in your headphones, I do apologize because
it's an intimate conversation, bro.
You can hear everything. Let me just lower the levels a little bit. Okay. Do you have a topic? Look, honestly, I don't have a topic, like specifically, but I'm sure you have a topic.
Yeah, I have
you
two
were trying
topics.
to argue with me.
One is like really, it's pretty cool. I think everybody's been talking about it, and the other one's like
cool.
it's gonna be really random. The other one.
Okay.
But yeah, I just want to fucking I want to apologize because we don't have a camera. We take forever to start recording because we haven't.
Hold on, we take forever.
Yeah, well, I haven't had time. We haven't found the exact time to figure it out and edit the podcast with the videos because obviously with the videos it's a little.
It takes longer. Yeah.
It takes longer. It takes a little more like time to do it and stuff. So.
Well, yeah, especially because we don't have.
And we
don't have the proper equipment for it because it. You know, if we talk for an hour, we have to literally watch it for an hour and change the cameras as we go, and it just took too long. And we honestly
don't have the high quality equipment. We're still, we're middle class, lower class, more on the lower class.
Middle class.
Yeah, so we're gonna stick with the audio for right now, just so we can release episodes like faster,
and so you can use your $100 subscription to Spotify.
Yes, sir. And then after we're gonna start charging you guys like $50 per
Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna start a GoFundMe. No, but yeah, we just want to keep up with the episodes, keep them consistent.
All right, cool.
And then after that, we'll start looking into putting up videos once we get rich after.
I mean, we can do more than one, dude. It's not that hard. Look, we started.
Yeah, with the audio, we can do more than one. Yeah,
one a week. But Jair won't show up. He said he was gonna. Look, I want everybody to just so you know. He said he was gonna show up at 9:30. No, he actually said 9.
No, bro, 9:30.
Okay. No. I'll check the text messages. It said okay tomorrow 9. Oh no, you said today. Today you said okay. It's on at 9. It is 10:15, and he got here about 15 minutes ago.
It's because I had to get a coffee, bro.
Yeah,
I went to McDonald's and got a coffee. So.
Yeah. All right. So
but we're good to go though.
Go. Your topics. All right, we got it.
Yeah, so I want to talk about what's been going on this past 2 weeks, especially last week, in terms of Derek Chauvin, Donta Wright, Alex Toledo. I think that's his name, Alex or Adam?
Adam, I think.
Adam, yeah. And then the one girl, Kaya, I couldn't say her name. I forgot her name. You know what girl I'm talking about? Yeah, the one with the knife, right? The 16-year-old. Yeah. So it all ties in with the topic, police brutality, and then pretty much the policing in America. I guess you would say the system in America, the policing. So we'll start with. I guess we'll just start where we picked up earlier with the text where we left off. I mean, with the girl with the 16-year-old with the knife, right? Okay. So I told you when I seen the video. I was like, I think he shouldn't have shot her. So, okay, what happened was, we know what happened was.
Everybody knows, so we don't have to
Well, yeah. I mean, not everybody, but just a quick,
Okay, go ahead.
It's, there was a fight going on, and the cops got the call that there was a brawl going on between several people, and that this girl had a knife. So, police shows up within, there's a video out there if you guys can watch it. The police shows up within less than a minute. They never stop fighting. They don't give a fuck if the cop is there or not. So he shows up, and then this girl with I just seen this girl swinging, and she knocks down another girl, and then that's when you can see the big ass knife. So then the girl turns around and rushes, not towards the cop, but towards another girl behind her, which is away from, on the opposite side of the cop. She really doesn't give a fuck that the cop is there. So he's like, stop, stop, stop. So as soon as she's about to stab her, the cop just shoots 4 times. Boom, drops dead. So it's and then, then the debate gets on, should he have shot her? Should he have not shot her? Did he act correctly? Did he not? So you said that, no, I don't know what you said. You said that, well, I didn't really get your point,
so
but
here's
I said that he shouldn't have shot her.
Okay, so I think there's 2 different points here.
There's a lot of points, but
yeah. I think there's 2 different points. I think there's an issue where if you say one thing, it automatically puts you on the other side, even though you may believe both sides. Okay, so the in every situation, you can always say, well, that situation could have been dealt with differently. Okay, so do I believe that he shouldn't have shot her? Yes, I do believe that he shouldn't have shot her. I believe that maybe a taser would have worked. I believe that maybe, something else would work. I'm guessing the only thing I would have done is taser.
Yeah.
That would have been, the first thing I saw was oh, maybe he should have tased her. Tasered her?
Maybe he was scared because he thought he was going to pull his taser in there.
So, no. So then the issue becomes, do you, does that mean that what he did was wrong? I think those can be made separately. I think in retrospect, they always say the Monday morning news or whatever, the Monday morning paper, where you analyze everything and then you're well, this is what I would have done. Yeah, because you already analyzed the whole situation, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, of course we could you don't want her to get killed, right? But let's say that first of all, the taser doesn't work automatically.
Okay.
So let's say he would have tased her or whatever, and she still would have stabbed her.
Stabbed at her. Okay.
A stab, probably multiple, the way that looked like, right? So in that situation, it's well, now she got stabbed. You don't know, maybe she would have killed her, dude, right? She would have killed her. So it there still would have been one person dead.
Yeah.
Look, it looked like there was gonna still be one person dead, no matter what. If the cops wouldn't have showed up, there would have been one person dead on that scene. Maybe more if she went crazy. I don't know, right? So what I don't personally like is the fact that no matter what is going on, every situation seems to be the same in a lot of people's eyes. So you'll hear somebody got shot, and you automatically think, oh, well, that was police brutality, right?
Yeah. And
I feel like they don't take in consideration so many other situations or so many other factors that lead to that decision, right? I do understand that they're trained differently from humans, but at the end of the day, they're human.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter what you tell me, at the end of the day, they're human, right? Yeah. Some people held King Tut as something high, and that fool was 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still 12, dude.
Yeah.
That it's different. I understand that they got more training, all that stuff or whatever it is, but I also believe that in that exact situation, you as that police officer, meaning that you were that police officer, you would have done the same thing, because not necessarily as you yourself, no, you probably wouldn't have, but you as that police officer in that situation what you were looking at, you would have done that same thing. That's a belief in philosophical sense that everybody is the same in the sense of if you were in that person's situation and you would live in that exact life and you were in that exact moment, you would have done the same exact thing, right? So I think the biggest issue that I have in this is that every situation seems to be the same. Somebody got shot by the cops. Oh, it must have been the cops' fault.
Yeah.
Right? And of course, and us sitting down right here, yeah, he should have tased her, or he should have batoned her in the head, whatever, dude. I just think there's a lot of situations that are difficult, and there are split decisions. You see somebody about to get stabbed, I don't know, it's there's a lot of neighbors. I was reading the news today. There's a lot of neighbors that came out and said the cop did the right thing.
Yeah,
and they're not because this always turns into race. Like they're all black people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like they were like, yeah, the cop did the right thing, because at the end, like if she would have stabbed, if he would have waited for her to stab her, then there was a guy that came out and was like, if he would have waited for her to stab her and then shot her, we would have had 2 girls dead.
Okay.
Instead of 1. You understand what I'm saying? And he was like, the neighbor was like, yeah, I think he did the right thing.
My problem with this is that we're getting comfortable with the fact that the cop is becoming the judge, jury, and executioner. Because, okay, if she was about to stab her, she had a knife. Okay, what's next? If she robbed the bank, if she robbed the liquor store, he could have shot her too. Like,
no, because that's not necessarily true though. Because you're talking about that's the issue, right? Like,
no, but
you're comparing. What I'm saying,
but regardless of the issue, what I'm saying is we're becoming too comfortable with now seeing the cops as judge, jury, and executioners.
No,
it's
that's
like
not true though.
If that's all they're gonna do, then just give them the gun.
No,
don't give them a taser.
True.
Don't give them a baton.
True.
Don't give them everything. Just
that's not true.
Don't even give them handcuffs, dude.
That's
just give them
true.
a gun. That's it.
Because you think that if that was a robbery and the girl didn't have a knife, right? And the girl, let's say the girl went in to rob.
Okay.
And the girl did not have a knife or a weapon or anything like that. You think on the way out the cop would have shot him? You don't know.
Well, he could have. Of course. Okay, he could have.
Okay,
and then we could have said, "Oh, that's right," because then she would have robbed the bank. She would have robbed people's money.
That's different. That's the problem. Is that what's happening now is that we're getting too comfortable in generalizing everything. Every situation is going to be the same. Well, then, okay. Well, that their decision was. The cops,
the
cops
we have
are
to understand,
judge, jury,
because that's the fact of the matter. Because, bro, the fact that the cop is not the judge, jury, and executioner, so it should be generalized in every case.
No, yeah, I agree.
And that's what I was telling you. That's what I was telling you earlier.
So what you're saying is, let everybody. Okay, let me give you an example. I walk out of here. The cop comes. Or whatever, we're having a dispute.
Yeah.
I walk out of here. The cop comes, sees me with a knife. Let myself go stab a couple people, and then take me to the prison.
No. I mean,
no. What do you mean? Dude?
He has a taser. What? He has a taser.
Okay,
he has
dude,
a baton. He's trained. I'm pretty sure he's trained for the situation.
You have a taser. You have a baton. All that stuff. You still killed 2 people.
Dude, it seems
you still
like,
killed 2 people. The girl would have still killed him.
It seems like he's in fucking Iraq, dude.
No.
About to fucking. He just saw Taliban and he just fucking shot him.
I think you're making it a very
because we should, dude. Because
you're making it a very simple situation.
No, it's not simple.
It's different,
I know,
dude.
but
it's
dude,
different.
you got to think about it.
It's different.
These are trained individuals,
right?
And we expect them to.
And you think,
to de-escalate the situations.
As the girl is about to get stabbed,
well,
dude, you're talking about you're talking about in a situation where if he doesn't act fast enough, and you're right, maybe he could have taken a taser.
Yeah, but
you're looking at something in a situation.
But that's something I expect from everybody else, from everybody in general. You know, like if you're the parent of that girl, if you're the brother, if you're the friend, and you have a gun and you shoot her, and even then you're gonna think about shooting her because you're gonna say, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to jail if I kill her." So you're going to think twice before you shoot at her.
But that person is not thinking, though. The person who's committing the crime is not thinking. She was about to stab her.
I know.
What do you stop the thinking, though, dude?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm... it's not about the person that was stabbing her. I'm talking about if you're the parent, if you're the friend, and you're there, and that's your friend about to get stabbed, you're probably going to shoot her. Most likely going to shoot her.
Yeah.
But even then, you're going to think, fuck, if I shoot her, I'm going to go to jail. So, you're...
That's not true. Because that's not the way laws work, dude. Because you're doing it at a self. If you prove it was out of self defense, you're not gonna go to jail, bro. There's literally like if somebody's coming at you.
Yeah, but I'm saying instead of that cop, that would have been somebody else, not the person getting attacked. Instead of the cop, because the cop wasn't getting attacked. At no point was he getting attacked.
Right, but if that's like if they're in your I don't know. That's the thing. We would have to look at the law. If they're in your house, this is happening, and it's gonna be your mom who's getting stabbed. You can probably shoot the person. And you're not gonna get in trouble, dude, because it's self-defense.
What I'm saying is, at that moment, I'm not gonna think about the law. Like in that aspect, I'm gonna think, okay, I'm gonna like if it's your family member, you're most likely gonna shoot that person.
Exactly.
Whether you're abiding by the law or not, right? But if it's say your friend or somebody who's not a family, you're gonna think like, okay, if I shoot her, I'm probably gonna go to jail.
No, dude.
Or even if you don't, okay, if you
your
don't know
first
the law.
your first thought is, I'm gonna try to save my friend. This person's about to get stabbed. Your first thought is not, oh, am I gonna go to jail? Your first thought is, my buddy's about to get stabbed. I need to stop that from happening.
Right.
That's what you're doing. You're stopping a vicious attack. Now you can say, well, that was the wrong way to stop it. I understand that, but if you deem that was the right situation to do it, that's fine. Now, yeah, it's easy for us to be like, well, he should have taken a taser. He's making all these decisions within seconds.
Yeah, and he's a cop, and he's paid to do that, and he's
Right,
trained to
but
do
he's
that.
still human, dude.
It doesn't matter. He's a cop, and we gotta hold them up to these standards because they're cops.
I understand
They're
that.
there for a reason.
I understand that, but you're
I don't
still
just walk
making
in
a
like, hey, give me a
decision.
gun, I'm gonna be a cop.
But you're
no,
still,
like I gotta get trained, bro.
But you're still making a decision, dude.
I know.
Within
but
seconds.
You're trained for
and
that.
if you're trained to make a
and
decision,
you're supposed to be evaluated psychologically and all that
Yes.
stuff.
But if you're trained to make a decision and that's the decision that they're training you to do, then that's what it is. Do I think in any situation, do I think it was the right thing to do in the sense of killing somebody else? No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody should have fucking died. I don't think anything. But then where do I stop my thinking? I don't think she should have had a knife. I don't think it was the right decision to, if you get angry, to go around trying to stab people. I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the right decision. And we can go on like rationale all the way through to her beginning of her life. We can be like, I don't think it was the right decision to put her in foster care. I don't think it was,
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, where do we stop that? Like, where do we stop that? Like, the cop had to make a decision. And
But why was he so comfortable making that decision of
because
shooting
he's
her
seeing somebody
with
about
the
to
cop,
get stabbed,
with the gun?
He's seeing somebody about to get stabbed.
I know, but dude, he has a taser. He has multiple things on him. Why is he so comfortable?
Because maybe
going
we
with
don't
the
know how
lethal
long a taser
solution.
Well, we don't know how long a taser would
But
function.
he knows, right?
He should know, but
Exactly.
What if somebody comes in, an expert and says, let's say they're gonna go to trial, whatever, and they say the taser wouldn't have stopped her from stabbing him.
Well, what do you mean?
If there's an expert that comes and says
Uh-huh.
the taser wouldn't have functioned for her to stop, for the taser to stop her from stabbing the girl.
Then you know what? Provide the cops with the fucking strong taser. We have self-driving cars, bro. We're in 2021.
Okay, so that's the thing. You're judging something in something that the cop doesn't have. So what is the more solution? So let's say
I'm
let's
pretty
say
sure
the
he can stop a person
No,
because
okay,
I'm
I
pretty sure it's a strong
understand that.
taser.
I understand that, dude. But let's say that the taser within the reaction time that he had, and the reaction time in which by the time the taser gets shot out, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that going to stop her from stabbing her? And there's an expert who comes and tells you it wouldn't have stopped her. The girl would have got stabbed.
Okay.
What is his next move? Hold on. Answer my question.
Uh-huh.
What is his next move from her to stop from?
Well,
her
once
to-
she goes down, then you fucking...
No, dude. Let's say that an expert says and comes in the trial and says this. The taser wouldn't have stopped her from stabbing the girl.
Okay.
And she would have stabbed the girl and maybe murdered her. Okay?
Maybe.
And maybe more. Well, of course, because she could have stabbed
don't
her in
know.
the
Yeah,
wrong
we-
spot,
yeah.
and then you have all these variables after that.
Yeah, I
But
see
let's
people
say-
get stabbed multiple times.
Exactly.
And they
Let's
don't
just
die.
say, right? So then he says that the taser wouldn't have stopped her from
Okay.
stabbing the girl. What is the cop's next solution? If he knows that the taser's not going to stop her,
I don't
what
know,
is
bro.
the cop's?
I don't know. I'm not
The
a cop.
cop's next
I'm not a
solution
cop.
is most likely the gun. So that's the decision that he made.
Okay, but why didn't
But
he
we're
take the
talking
first
about-
solution, though? It's
Because
this is a
the-
problem that we're
the solution
making all
was
this-
like the solution was not that because like you said, he's trained to understand that what is the solution to the situation. Not, dude. Here's
well,
the
if they're
biggest
trying
problem I
to
have.
kill, then fuck,
Here's-
let's just
here-
hire mercenaries, bro.
Dude.
Because
Here's the
damn,
problem. We're judging every situation in the same exact way, and it's not, dude. It's not. You're not gonna come up to me and tell me that the decision that cop made was the same one that the guy who just got convicted for murder is. It's not, dude. It's not the same exact
no,
thing.
it's not. I'm not saying
It's
it
not,
is,
and
yeah.
that's what you're saying. Every
I'm just
act
saying that
every act that a cop does,
they're
you're
too
saying
comfortable
is,
with.
You're saying
They're
but
too
that-
comfortable with making those decisions.
right, but you're also too comfortable. So then, where are we gonna stop that? Tell me where you're gonna draw the line, because then you're gonna be like, you're too comfortable to always say that it's always police brutality and never get like, where are you gonna stop that line?
No, I'm saying my problem is that they're
Where
too
are you
comfortable.
gonna stop the line to tell me that you're too comfortable to always think that it's always the cop's fault? Where are you gonna stop that line? Because you just told me that we're too comfortable accepting what it is. So where are you too comfortable to say, well, everything that the police does is wrong?
No, not everything.
But
I'm
that's
saying,
what you're
but
saying, because
that
you're
should
not
be their
judging the
last
situation.
resort.
You're not judging the situation. You're talking in a time in where we have hours and days to watch the video, be like, oh, maybe I would have taken out my taser. That guy had it come out.
I know, dude. But, dude, they're trained individuals. This is what I'm saying.
They are human. They are human. No matter if you're telling the trainer or not, they're human.
We're all human.
Exactly.
You're trained to be a teacher, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, okay. I can't just walk in your class and be like, hey, kids, I'm going to teach you today.
You don't know that.
Well, just anybody. Anybody can just walk in and say, I'm a teacher, right?
Depends.
No, they can't. They can't do that, dude.
Depends. What do you mean they can't do that? They can't.
Somebody's going to perform heart surgery on you, and then somebody walks in like, hey, I'm going to do your surgery. I don't know anything, but I'm just going to try it because I'm human, so and the doctor's human too.
You're going to compare a situation. You're going to compare a situation like that. I'm not talking about
this. I'm saying we're all human, dude. It doesn't matter. Everybody goes into a job trained for a reason to perform that job the best they can. That's why they get trained. That's why you get trained as a teacher. That's why they get trained as a cop. That's why doctors go to medical school. Engineers go to bullshit school. All that shit. Right? Because they get trained. We're all human. I know that. We're all going to make mistakes. But it's becoming... these cops, like they've probably always been like this. But they're getting too comfortable making these decisions as their first option. Like you said, if he would have tased her and she wouldn't have gone down, fuck it, shoot her. Because you've proven that she's not going down. That's just not going to take her down. But the fact that your first choice...
Then the other girl would have died. And what would you have done?
We don't know that. We don't know if she would have died.
Hold on.
We don't know that.
But you're just saying, dude.
We don't know that.
So that's the thing. So you don't know. Then why even show up?
We don't know if she would have died. And then if she would have died, that would have been between two individuals, not two cops.
Hold on.
No, hold on.
So you're going to say, well, we don't know they would have died. Okay, then. Don't call the cops. Let them deal with it, then. Let them deal with it. And if she stabs her and they die, then that's what's meant to happen. That doesn't make sense, dude.
Wait, no, hold on.
That doesn't make sense, dude.
It's a fucking bra. We don't know what happened. I don't care what happened. If she
would
have stabbed
you don't care what happened. There's every detail that you need to understand.
No, before that, what led to that?
If you're gonna make a judgment, you have to know everything, dude.
No, but before that, what led to the bra? What happened? We don't know what she was so fucking angry about.
So it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Well, not in regards to the cop. It doesn't.
Well, if she wouldn't have got that angry, the cop would have never showed up.
No, I know, but
so then why does it matter? So how come we don't ever solve that problem? How come we always go to that last problem? How come the problem?
Because we're looking at the cops right now. We're not looking at fucking what was it?
So what if the police brutality isn't in reality the issue of the police, but rather the issue of the society?
I'm not. I never said it was police brutality.
Oh, then you did.
I haven't said that once, dude. I said these cops are getting too comfortable making these decisions because there's no accountability.
Maybe the issue is the society, not the cops. Well, the cops are within the society.
And I told you earlier, the issue is the system. The system.
The system of what?
The policing system.
So in that situation,
you know when the police was created in America?
Dude, don't come over here.
No, I'm serious.
I do.
No, because you gotta look at the history of the fucking system.
Okay, dude.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yes, dude. I've read.
And you know why was it created?
Dude. Yeah, to go find slaves and make sure.
Yeah, they were slave catchers.
Dude, okay.
And then they were protecting the wealthy.
Yeah.
And then it led to the fucking prior to World War I. That's when it started becoming militarized. When they had the Filipino War, and then they started becoming militarized, and then they were still protecting their interest of the wealthy corporations. Then in the 20s, they became corrupt with the whole mobs and stuff. Then after World War II, with the Cold War, they started gaining more trust from the people, right? But what I'm saying is, what I'm getting to is that the police system, the system of the police in itself, was never created to serve and protect the community. It was never created for that. So we can't. It's hard. That's why it's still to this day, no matter how many cops get convicted, fucking Derek Chauvin, whatever, the system is what needs to be reformed. Not defund the police. Well, I know defund the police is like a very ambiguous term because a lot of people use it as their convenience. Yeah. You shouldn't defund the police, and it like
take all the
literally
money away,
we shouldn't defund it. We should fund the police. We should how do you call it? Like restructure the funding of the police. I think that's what we should do. But it's still going to be hard because the way the for the reasons it was created for, you know, to this day you can see the reflections of that, and we're still seeing it, and that's why we have all these issues still, because you can't build on a fucking system that was rotten from the get-go. And just when was it on last Tuesday, Immortal Technique got to this too. And I'm not getting this from Tech. I got this, and then I heard what he was saying. It was like this, like almost the same shit. And he said, the police are just the working class. They turned on the other half of the working class. Why? Because the people in power, the people making the laws and all that, the police have to. Because what is what is the job of the cops? It's not to serve and protect. It's to enforce the law, right? And who writes the laws? The people in power. So he's like, those people.
Depends on what you believe.
What do you mean? That's what it is.
What do you mean? If you believe in a legit democracy, that this is a legit democracy,
maybe it's capitalism.
No, but I'm saying like maybe when you vote, then who really makes the laws? The people who vote.
And you know what's funny? Well,
that's the thing, dude. You're making a lot of like. I don't think anybody has an answer. I don't think anybody has an answer because in reality,
honestly,
you're making a huge assumption and then making that not a huge assumption, but you're making these all these things that are correct about where it started, all that stuff, and then you're trying to apply it to this one exact situation, right? Or the other situation with the young boy, with the other situation, guys, right? But those situations are completely different from. Those two situations are completely different from, the situation of George Floyd.
I understand every situation is different. But what I'm saying is...
And you cannot just be like, well, the system is messed up. That's why this is happening. Why can't you be like, the society is messed up. That's why this is happening.
Because it comes down to the decisions they're making, dude. They're comfortable with that because of their fucking... What is it called? Their qualified immunity bullshit? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Because of that. And I just heard that some Republican dude... He proposed a bill to reform the police or something like that, and they rejected it. And I come to find out that he wanted to restructure all this shit, but he didn't want to take off qualified immunity or whatever. So I think that's one of the first things that they should get rid of, because once they get rid of that shit, the cop becomes just like you and me.
Okay, let's say they get rid of that.
Okay,
let's say they get rid of that.
Then we can analyze the situation.
Okay, let's say they get rid of that.
Okay.
And let's say the stats show that the numbers of crimes start going up and the numbers of situations in which people get murdered, even when the cops are there, starts going up.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
Well, what do you mean? Like if the numbers start going up, was that taken off?
As in, like,
I don't know. We have to analyze why are they going up. I don't think they're going to go up because of qualified immunity.
Why can't we analyze it now, though? What does qualified immunity have to do anything with that?
And because I get what you're coming from.
That is the biggest situation,
I get where you're coming from, yeah. It's society as a whole. The American society.
If you can't say things that everybody's thinking, right? Okay, look. Just because you say, for example, let's just go to this. She shouldn't have had a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, just because she had a knife, it doesn't mean that she should have got shot.
Right.
Okay? But I can believe both things.
Yes.
I can go on social media and put, she shouldn't have had a knife. And if I simply put, she shouldn't have had a knife, what is everybody going to say?
Well,
what do you mean? Shot. What do you mean? That... the cop's job is not to shoot her or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But just because I said she shouldn't have had a knife
doesn't
necessarily mean that I believe that she should have got shot.
Yeah.
I just believe that we can also start the story wherever we want. She shouldn't have got an argument with that girl.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The fuck?
I have no idea what that's by the computer. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's go to the kid situation.
Which one?
The 13-year-old kid.
Toledo.
Okay.
See that?
He shouldn't have been out. He shouldn't have been out at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. But should he have got shot because he was out at 2:30 in the morning? No. But he's 13.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's 13, and what is he doing out at?
Right.
2:30 in the morning. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that does not mean that I also believe that he should have got shot because he was out at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And that's the issue that we're having. Is that why can't we talk about both situations?
Yeah.
Why can't we talk about the fact that There's a kid who's 13 out at 2:30 in the morning, and not just out, dude, shooting shots to, I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
Him and his buddies or the older people that were there. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah. I
Like,
get what you're saying.
I understand that the cop maybe shouldn't have shot him, or maybe, you know.
The two things can be right at the same time. You can believe two things at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
like, why does it always have to be
But
one or the other, dude?
And that's one of the big fucking problems right here, because everybody's focusing on that right now, on the wording, on what you believe, or you shouldn't believe that, or she shouldn't have gotten shot, or shouldn't have gotten a knife. Everybody's on one side or the other, and that leads to my other point, which is when it becomes Black Lives Matter, that's when it goes to shit. Because of course Black Lives Matter, of course, and we understand a lot of these.
When everything goes into slogans, it starts not working.
Exactly. Yeah. When everything goes into categories, what happens? We fucking divide and we can't agree on anything. So instead of saying, and I hear people say, "Oh, but do you know that the rate of white people is higher, of white people getting shot by cops is higher than black people? Did you know that?" And it's like, yeah, I know. And why are you so fucking comfortable with that?
Right.
You shouldn't be
Yeah.
Oh, we get shot more, so don't complain. It's like, no, motherfucker, you should be like, hey, you know what? We're getting shot. You're getting shot.
We're all getting
Let's
shot.
figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Why are we getting shot?
Yeah.
Instead, like, oh no,
But
we're
like,
getting shot more.
what if, let's say that question is like, why are we getting shot? And the answer is literally that in every situation, there's a weapon or there's something like that where the cop does feel some sort of danger towards him. Now in this situation, no. But look, like I told you, I watched.
Okay,
that.
hold on. Let's lay down the all three cases that recently happened. Toledo,
Yeah.
that was, we fucking had a little argument on the text or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really hard. Like, it was like a critical situation.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, the cop shouldn't have put himself in that situation. That kid shouldn't have put himself in that situation, but it happened. The cop reacted, and I understand that.
Honestly,
I understand he did the right decision.
I think he reacted like most of us would react.
Yeah.
If somebody, I think the issue in that situation was very specific in I think the training was messed up. I don't know what the training is, but if somebody's running away from you, you should just say, like, let's say that they have a gun. In this situation,
Right.
he knew.
But he
like,
didn't
you can
even
say
know
it.
he had a gun, though.
Yeah,
he didn't know he had a gun at that moment.
What do you mean?
I don't think the cop.
Yeah,
knew.
he did. He was like, put down the gun, put down the gun. You can hear him in the from what I
Did
from
he
what I saw-
speculate or did he know he had a gun?
No, you can see it, dude.
Oh, okay.
You can see it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he can be like, put down your gun, whatever.
Okay.
Okay. But that's the issue, right? Put down your gun, put your hands up, do not turn around.
Yeah.
Do not turn
Right.
around. That should be the instructions. Put down your gun,
Right.
put your hands up, do not turn around.
Right.
Or you can just say, don't turn around. But like the first thing should always be, don't turn around. Because once you make a motion towards the cop, that's it, dude.
Yeah, he can be justified.
That's it. Because not only can he be justified, but it can be justified with anybody. Like if you have a gun and you're being rowdy. Like if I was a regular person,
Yeah.
and you had a gun and you're being rowdy and all this stuff, and you turn around with the gun, I'm gonna be like, well, fuck, this motherfucker's about to shoot me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Even though you may not, like, whatever.
Right.
That's something different. The kid was a kid. I get it. I'm not like, it was a tragic story, right?
Yeah.
But like, where do we draw the line in that sense, dude? That's the issue that I have. It's like I understand that they're trained and stuff like that, and their training goes wrong or whatever.
The training is shit.
But it's also the training is shit, whatever it is. But it's also very split decisions. Like the guy's running.
That one
he's
was a
running
split
away.
decision.
Like he's running away. He's doing all this stuff.
Because I told you, I was like, he shouldn't have done that. But then you're like,
And then you
dude,
can
you're
also
watching
see-
a video in slow motion. And
But-
how many times did we have to watch it
But then
to
not
come
on-
to that conclusion?
Exactly. And not only that, it's the reaction that the cop had right after he did it.
Right.
You can tell, dude. The kid, look, I don't know what the training is or whatever it is, but the guy who shot that girl, right? In my opinion, once again, he made, like, there's a lot of people who say he did the right thing. A lot of people are like, I don't know, maybe he should have tasered or whatever. But his reaction after, he didn't even go check on her. He didn't even go do it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think you're supposed to, though.
Dude, right after the kid got shot, he ran towards him and started like, "Hey, we need an ambulance."
I
this
don't know
and
the
that.
protocol, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, if
yeah.
that's the protocol not to go do it, then that's a fucked up protocol.
Yeah.
Because your job is to serve, but once everything, like, you quote unquote did your job, well, now you have to go save this person because you stopped them from doing something, but you also want to try to save them to be alive.
Yeah.
And I think that was what I was like, okay, well, he made a split decision and then went towards the kid and was like, "Hey, dude, hang in here with me. Come on, man,
Yeah.
hang in with me. Like, we need an ambulance." Started doing, like,
But then it becomes, I mean, if you're going to say, okay, you know, like maybe that wasn't his intention, then the cops are just going to start doing that. They're going to start shooting people and then going, oh, hey, you okay? Okay. But in reality, they don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying?
Right. But that you would have to see like in the situation
So
in which
that's hard.
you're analyzing the situation before that though. I'm not only analyzing that end situation.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Like an Adam Toledo situation, like it was a split second decision.
Yeah,
bro.
that was. But see, my issue was like, dude, okay, you knew he had a gun. He's a fucking kid. He ran.
Well, you don't know. Hold
well,
on.
you don't know.
You
didn't know if he was a kid or not.
Because,
whatever. Oh yeah.
You know.
He ran. You know, because he was fucking scared or whatever. You don't know that he's scared, but he ran into a dark alley. Okay, when you run after him, what do you, in your mind, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, what's the best case scenario that you think is gonna happen?
The best case scenario.
Best case scenario.
Like if I was a cop, is that what you're asking me?
And you run into a fucking dark alley after somebody that you're positive had a gun.
The thing is that if you're a cop, ideally, you know how to.
Supposed to, right?
You're supposed to know how to deal with a situation. If you were the kid, like you're thinking of like if I was getting chased by a cop, this is what I would do. And to be honest with you, I don't know what I would do, but I think if I had a gun and I was getting chased by a cop, the first thing I would do is throw the gun as far away from me so he can see it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I would probably like drop the gun.
Right, but that kid, it's a 13-year-old kid, and he's scared out of
but what I'm saying
mind.
is like the best situation I would say is I would drop the gun in the path of where he's running, so he can be like, oh, he dropped the gun.
Yeah,
like I just saw it as I was running through.
Yeah,
right. Or like really like drop it so you can hear like I dropped it.
Yeah,
and then throw myself on the floor.
Right.
That would have been the best case scenario. You always throw yourself on the floor because that makes you less.
As a cop, you know, it's like he's going in the dark alley after somebody has a gun. He's probably thinking, either he's going to shoot me, I'm going to get ambushed. You know, he's going into a dark fucking alley at 2 something in the morning.
Yeah.
After somebody has a gun. Potentially there's other people there because I think they said there was multiple people.
Yeah.
The cop. So.
I think in the best case scenario as a cop, I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping that exactly what I just said happens.
Right, but
that he throws a gun and he throws himself on the floor.
But that's the problem too, though. That's the other problem with the whole system, dude. They developed this mentality of us versus them mentality. It's us versus them. You get me? So I don't know, dude.
What the fuck is going off? What the hell?
So what I'm thinking is this cop puts himself in that situation going after the kid. Already going into there thinking somebody's gonna have to die and it's not gonna be me, because it's not a pretty situation overall.
That's not, but that's the thing. Like that's not true because.
But he's probably thinking if they ambush me, if something happens, I'm not gonna go down. He's gonna go down, and that
of course,
okay, yeah. But
that's anybody doing it.
Yes, I understand that, but not everybody would put themselves in that situation. That's
the thing, though, dude. Because what happens is what I'm afraid of is people make a decision before you see all the facts, and I don't personally like that. And the thing is that I don't personally think that every cop makes the same decision. Do I think there's a lot of dirty cops? Yeah. Do I think there's a lot of good cops? Of course. Do I think there was just a lot of average cops that kind of sometimes do fucked up shit and sometimes do good things? Yeah, but that's in every situation. The only difference is that these people are in some cases have to make these split decisions, and you hope they make the right ones. And that's the thing. What makes the decision right or wrong is going to be depending on what you believe. You know what I mean? There's people in the neighborhood that are the same, because it always comes down to race, that are the same race, that are saying that what the cop did was the right thing. Yeah. Specifically with the girl who was stabbing. Now, you and I may think that it wasn't the right thing to shoot her, but there's people who literally came out with like, and had no problem showing their face like, hey, I think he did the right thing. Yeah. Like they didn't say it anonymously. Like I live across the street. Here's my picture from Facebook. Here's my profile. Yeah. Here's the video that I put up because my cameras were showing it, and I think the cop did the right thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think what's really happening is that there's a balance of people who are like, there's not a balance, but there's an extreme. People who are like, the cops always do the right thing, and the cops never do the right thing. And I feel like we need to make sure that we're in the middle, because we have to analyze every situation. Because like you said, what do you think that cop is thinking? I'm thinking most cops are thinking, well, shit, I need to make sure I'm safe here, and I make sure that I don't get ambushed, and I understand that. But there may be cops who are like, man, please just put your gun down. Like, I don't want this shit to happen. Yeah. And they're literally like, I just want look, I just want you to get arrested, and I want you.
In that situation, he should have de-escalated everything, right?
How would he de-escalate?
I don't know. Dude, I'm not a cop. Before, I don't know.
But like, how would anybody de-escalate?
I don't know. But that's
look,
what
man,
I mean.
I have to de-escalate a lot as a teacher. Like, where you kids.
Do you shoot
upset.
them? Do you chase them out the classrooms?
No, that's the thing.
If you had a gun, would you?
Right, but that's the difference. If the kid had a gun, what would I do?
Well, I don't know, dude.
Exactly.
You have to get trained for that. You have to get trained for that, bro.
Though. That's what I'm saying. Like, if the kid has a gun, that's
okay, that situation, okay, it's pretty debatable. We can agree on that, right?
I think every situation that happened beyond these three situations that happened in comparison to George Floyd are extremely debatable.
Yeah, they are. But what I'm saying is, the cop shouldn't be the judge, jury, and executioner, dude. No, and I'm gonna keep saying that.
I don't. I
because they're not.
I agree with you.
That's why I try to break down the whole history of the cop, because they're like the mini military of the United States, dude. And like Technique said, who are they at war with? Like
so what you're saying is all the systems that were created at the time where everything was racist is still racist today.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm not
everybody
saying,
that's in that system does everything wrong?
I'm not saying it's racist. I'm not saying it's racist. Because
you're saying that it's broken. Okay, so because they created it back in the time when everything was meant for only one specific people, everybody who's in that system is now,
because they weren't created to serve and protect the community.
The community, yeah.
Yes.
They were only there to protect the white people and the rich people.
Yes, first, yeah. And then they evolved over time after the Cold War and shit.
But how come they can't evolve again to what is protect and serve?
Yeah, the cops themselves are evolving, but the system's the fucking same, bro. That's what I'm saying.
But but hold on, you just said the cops are evolving, but the system is the same, which means you can differentiate.
Because a cop can go in there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna change the system. I'm gonna."
Exactly.
We have different cops, different races now. We have black, Mexican, Latinos.
I understand that.
Everything, but the system's not changing, dude. It's the same. This same shit's happening.
But those Hispanic, black, white, every race is going out there and making these decisions sometimes. We just don't see it all the time in news.
Exactly. We don't see it, but they're doing the same shit.
But it doesn't matter if they're white, black.
That's my fucking point right now. And that's what I want everybody to understand, bro. Stop fucking... Table, dude. Bro, it's because it's a badass table. Stop dividing this shit into race. Because what happens then is we focus on, I get shot more than you. Or,
look,
you guys
I'm going to tell you right now that from every situation that I talked about, I never talked about the cops' race. That never came out of my mouth.
No, I know.
I analyzed the situation in which they are, and of course, now that we look at it, like, fuck, maybe I should. This wouldn't have been done. This shouldn't have been done. But in a situation in which they are, and in a split decision, and everything that's going on, it is difficult. And I understand they're trained for it, but sometimes training goes out of the door, bro. Like you said,
it shouldn't go out the door, dude.
Okay, listen. Listen, as you said, you've been trained to be a teacher. You're going to know, dude. Trust me. Like, if you become a teacher later on, you're going to know. A lot of the training is going to go out the door because you're going to have to, it's going to be real world. Yeah, so when a kid comes up to you.
That's different because nobody's dying.
No. It's not different because the only difference is that.
If you make a decision, the kid's not going to die right there today. That day,
at that moment, no, that's right.
Exactly. So it's different.
But
dude.
What I'm not saying that is.
And you don't.
What I'm saying is that. What I'm saying is that sometimes training goes out of the window because your instinct is what it's a human instinct to do.
Well, then we need to fucking reevaluate these people better, dude, psychologically.
Human instinct, dude.
No.
Look, Jair.
Psychologically.
Look.
Because then we should just hire mercenaries.
Here's the problem. Human instinct is going to take over your training. And it's what's gonna do, and they believe it's just what's gonna happen. So no matter what you do, I'm not talking about if it's the same situation. I'm talking about specifically the training, in which you made a comparison of like you're a teacher, you're trained to be a teacher, right? And if a kid goes, "What the fuck? Why are you doing that?" Literally that word.
Okay.
Fuck this! I don't want to do this shit. Right? Your fucking training didn't teach you to do that, and there's gonna be a lot of teachers, which you have seen.
Yeah.
Who fucking were like, oh shit, and went fucking crazy. Don't talk to me like that, and you fucking, all this shit, right? Where you seen teachers fucking slap the shit out of a student, like crazy shit that happens, right? But that's because Your training never taught you that shit.
Yeah.
Like your training never said, well, if a kid goes, fuck you, I'm not going to do this shit, you should do this. Right? So what happens? Your human instinct kicks in.
Okay.
And that's the issue, is that a lot of this situation is human instinct, which you can try to train, but no training is going to get you that.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You know, the human instinct, okay. But if I go out right now, and I'm going to my car, somebody comes up to me with a knife, and I have a gun, which I don't have a gun because I need to buy one.
Yes, yeah.
And I shoot them.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go to jail. Probably. I'm saying
if you hold on, dude. If they have a gun, if they have a knife and you have a gun and you shoot them, you are not gonna go to jail.
Okay, let's say they don't have a knife. They just approach me, try to steal my car or something, and I shoot them. I'm probably gonna go to jail, right?
Depends on the depends on your lawyer.
No, well, most likely I'm gonna go to jail. Well, I'm gonna have to face consequences.
You're gonna have to face, but that consequence could be just
because
going to trial.
I can't just say, "Oh, it was my human instinct," to defend myself.
What do you mean? You defended yourself from getting. You don't know if they're there to
But yeah, exactly. But you're most likely gonna go to jail, dude.
Dude, that's not how the law works, dude. Are you literally telling me that you're gonna go to jail if you defend yourself in a situation in which you believed you were gonna get extremely hurt because you don't know if they're there to rob you or rob your car? Now, if the guy goes, "Hey, look,"
but it's gonna be hard, dude, for me to prove that. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean it's gonna be hard for you to prove that?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to prove that. He could have killed me. But he didn't have a weapon.
But it's just like it can be hard for them to like.
Exactly, but my human instinct's not gonna save me. You know what I mean? So I can do a lot of. So,
but I don't understand what this has to do with the cop, dude.
Because the fucking qualified immunity. That's what I'm saying.
You and your qualified immunity.
Because, dude, that's one of the main issues. That's why the cops get comfortable with doing all this stupid shit.
I understand, dude. I get your point. I'm not saying that. But these situations, I do not think they line up in that setup. I don't think that's where they line up, dude. Like, I don't think these situations that we're specifically talking about have anything to do with that.
I think they do because that's why they're so comfortable with making that decision in the first place.
You think it was a comfortable decision to be like, that girl's about to get stabbed?
Not comfortable, but that's their first option. It's becoming their first option to do that. So is their instinct and their first option. But I mean, how can that be your instinct if you're like, dude, she's not even attacking you?
Because maybe, I don't know, humans are different, dude. They're all instant different. Some people will run away. Some people will freeze up. Even if you're a cop, you may freeze up, and that happens. I don't know. Dude, I think there's a lot of good cops. I saw a video today where
I'm not saying they're all bad cops. There's good cops.
Kicked in the nuts, and then there was like, I think it was a woman on the floor. I think it was in Westminster or something. And there's 3 cops, and then they had her in handcuffs, dude. And the girl kicked one of the cops in the nuts, and the fucking cop just bam with their elbow, right?
Oh, I thought he was gonna shoot her.
No, bam with the elbow, and then you hear the other 2 cops go, "No, dude, what are you doing?" and push him off.
Yeah.
So why is that not talked about, dude? Qualified immunity?
Because the media.
Qualified immunity?
The media, dude.
Come on.
No, but nobody died in that. Nobody died, right? Did anybody die?
You don't know what would have happened if the cops.
But did anybody die in that situation?
No, because the cops literally stopped them.
Okay, but
the cops stopped the own cop.
But how did the cops? Did the cops shoot the other cop?
Dude, the cop stopped the other cop, dude. Don't come over here trying to be like, they can't use it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Nobody died. Nobody died in that situation.
Jair, you sound like Candace Owens.
Nah, Candace Owens is just a token, dude, for the Republicans.
And all you're doing is making a decision from the beginning, and then you're going from there. That's the issue that I have. And look, we can go back to when there was Asian hate. And I told you from the beginning, you can start from where you want to start from. You can say that was police brutality. But when you look at the facts, you have to be able to be like, okay, I was wrong or I was right. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's okay to start wherever you want to start. It's okay to be LeBron and be like, oh, you're coming next. You know what I mean? And then delete your tweet or whatever the fuck he did.
Oh, that was dumb.
You understand what I'm saying? But you can do that. But when the things come out, you can also be like, oh yeah, I fucked up. That was a different situation. We're talking about 2 different situations. We're talking about somebody who got kneeled for 8 minutes and 42 seconds while somebody who had a knife was about to stab somebody and the cop came. And I understand it's whatever. But you're becoming extremely comfortable, which is what you're saying, to just make a decision. Like, well, then everything the cop does is wrong.
No, not everything, dude. But when a cop is caught, people shouldn't die. That should be the last resort. Like the last option.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that they're getting comfortable and it's
what becomes
dangerous.
The last option, though?
Because
where do you draw the line? Where you draw the line on the last option?
Where are you gonna draw the line when they keep doing this for minor crimes? Are you gonna say, oh, maybe she shouldn't have stole that gum? Where are you gonna draw the line?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If there's a situation in which somebody walks out, okay, walks out with a piece of gum, okay, and the cop shoots him for stealing a piece of gum with no weapon, with no fighting back, with nothing like that.
What if he says, I thought she had a gun?
I don't care if you thought or not. She didn't have a gun. I don't really care if you thought or not. If the evidence proves that it is wrong, dude, what the cop did was wrong. I have no problem saying that. That's the issue. You think that I'm going to be like, oh, no, that's the cop. No, I'm looking at the facts. I'm looking straight at the facts. I'll give you another example. The lieutenant that got sprayed pepper spray. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
He drove up. The cops were wrong. It's not that hard to say.
No, I know, yeah.
The cops should get fired for the way that they dealt with that. The guy had his hands up. He did exactly what they told him to do. The only thing was he drove slow all the way to somewhere where it's lit up because he was afraid, whatever. Then he put his hands up. The cops were wrong. Yeah. They should get fired.
I understand.
It is not that hard to understand.
I get it, and I understand. But what I'm saying, dude, my whole point...
I am not comfortable. I don't understand what you think is... Where am I going to draw? I'm going to draw the line where it makes sense to draw the line, dude. It makes sense to draw the line. If somebody's pepper spraying you for no fucking reason, then I'm going to say that was wrong.
Okay. But what I'm saying, my whole point is...
If you're going around stabbing people, if you're going around about to stab somebody... Matter of fact, I'll say it like this. If I'm going around trying to stab somebody, I would expect the cop to shoot me. And I would expect to be dead. I myself would expect to be dead. Me.
Okay.
If I am doing that, I would expect myself to be dead. If I am doing something illegal in the sense of going to attack somebody or doing whatever, right? In the sense where I'm putting somebody in danger and the cop comes and I don't stop when I see the cops, yes, I would expect myself to be dead. Right? Do I think it was the right decision to kill me? Probably not. I'm guessing not in that situation, right?
Right.
But I wouldn't be like, oh, fuck, they shot me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's the difference. If I go and I steal a piece of gum and the cop shoots me, I'll be like, what the fuck? Why'd you shoot me?
Yeah.
There's a difference, and it's not that hard.
Because you're committing a crime. That's what I'm boiling it down crimes. To. Exactly, but that's what I'm boiling that down to. When it gets to that, the cop's gonna be able to be justified because he said he was committing a crime. A crime is punishable by death. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Because the stabbing.
That's not what I'm saying.
Because she about to stab that girl was punishable by death.
It's different from. It's not punish. I didn't say.
Okay,
that.
I know that's not what you're saying, but that's what it's gonna lead to. Is what I'm saying.
No, it's not. Who's saying that? What is that? What do you mean?
Yes, because dude, do you agree that if her stabbing her should have been punishable by death? Committing a crime should be punishable by death.
Committing a crime should be punishable by death?
Yeah. Depending
on the crime you commit. If I stab somebody...
And who's going to evaluate that?
If I stab somebody and I kill that person, yeah, I should, yeah, I'm probably a horrible person.
But should you die?
I don't know. It depends on what you believe in.
No, but should you die?
Should I die?
Yeah. Should you get killed?
Depends on what you believe in.
What do you mean?
Depends on what. So that's a question in which depends on what you believe in. Depends on what you believe is justice.
Okay, and who decides that?
I don't know. That's why.
That's the dangerous. That's because you're not gonna. If you were sitting in that courtroom and you were deciding this, I would be like, okay, that's cool because he's gonna evaluate based on the situations, right?
Yeah.
But you're not the one sitting there.
Right. But that's the thing, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's dangerous about this shit. We can sit here and you can say, I think she was right, and I can say I think she was wrong. Nobody gives a fuck, It's not gonna change anything.
No, what?
But like I said, it sets a dangerous precedent for the future because it's like saying then later on.
So here's my point before everybody's like, what the fuck is this? I don't know if there's an answer to this. I don't personally like
No, I
personally
know.
myself.
If we had an answer, we wouldn't be sitting here. We'd probably be in fucking Judge Judy or something.
I don't think, but I honestly don't think there's an answer to this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't legitimately think there's an answer to this.
It's just difficult. But like I said, the point that I was trying to make, and I go back to that, is that the cop shouldn't be judge, jury, and executioner.
I agree.
The system is fucking rotten from the inside out. And that we should stop dividing this shit by putting them in categories. We should fucking stop saying, we should stop, not stop saying, but we should stop, how would I say it? Categorizing and saying, well, white people get shot more. Well, black people get shot more. Well,
people shouldn't get shot.
Yeah, people shouldn't get shot in general. So let's stop this bullshit, get together and figure this shit out, you know? Because all they're doing is just dividing us. That's all they're doing. And we're focusing on stupid shit, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, she shouldn't have had a knife. Oh, she shouldn't have been killed. We should stop. We shouldn't be getting caught in those stupid ass fucking arguments.
Well,
and focus on the bigger issue. Nobody's addressing the elephant in the room.
What is the elephant in the room, though?
The cop killing people. Cops killing people.
I in my personal opinion, I don't think that's the elephant in the room. Well, I think there's a bigger societal issue that is the elephant in the room.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about.
Right, but that's the problem. Is that, like I said in the beginning, right? Like,
well, societal issue. It boils down to the system of the police, right?
Well, not necessarily. What I'm saying
encompasses that.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is that what I'm saying. Yeah, it's within that. Like, the system falls within that. What I'm saying is that it's a societal issue, right?
Right.
That a lot of these killings seem to happen in lower income
right.
populations. That a lot of these killings seem to happen in where there's a lot of minorities.
Yes.
A lot of these killings are happening, you know, in not only in lower income.
It's a social class issue.
And let's not talk only about minorities, because like you said, right? There's a lot of white people who are getting killed, right?
Yeah.
But are the white people rich? I highly doubt it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
what I'm saying. So that's my issue, is that we also always end at the very ending of this, is when this bad thing happens, right? And I believe also that bad thing shouldn't happen. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying, and I don't want to eliminate that. I don't think that bad thing should happen. I don't think the cop should have killed her. Yes. I don't think the cop should have shot her, all this stuff. But I think when people make this point of like, well, she shouldn't have had a knife, right? Like, I don't want to stop there. I want to stop. I want to keep going to the very beginning.
Let's stop getting caught in the fucking minor, dumb details.
I want to get to the point where it's at the very beginning. Like, I want to get the very, very beginning of the societal issue in which, why are there why are there so many foster kids? Like, why is that happening?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why is that happening?
It's a social class issue. And when the police was created, after they were slave catchers, who do you think they were created to protect?
Dude,
who do you think? Who do you think?
Probably rich people, dude. Probably rich white people.
The wealthy.
Yeah, rich white
business owners. Who do they protect now?
Dude, but that's not. But then you're not.
Who doesn't die by police shootings now?
Tell me. Well, rich people, but you can
exactly.
But you can also analyze in why it's happening, though.
I can't drop the mic. Fuck.
No, because you can analyze in why it's happening, though.
Yes, I know, but.
That's the thing, because you can also talk about
why does it happen to minorities? What is social
well, I didn't say that. I said, why does it happen in a place where there's a lot of minorities? But on top of that, where there's a lot of people with lower income, which are either white and
exactly.
But
poor
that's
whites,
the issue.
Blacks, Mexicans,
right?
Asians, whatever.
But is that
it's
also
a class issue?
Is it also an educational issue, or is the education issue also an issue of
that's a bigger. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but that's a bigger topic. But what I'm saying is,
but that's the thing. We always say that's a bigger topic, dude. We do this shit at school too, it bothers me, dude. It bothers me because it's like, well, yeah, it's a bigger issue, but that's the fucking issue, dude. Is that the bigger issue, right?
But I think if we can't get this issue right,
listen,
we can't even address the bigger issue, dude.
Listen, if you have like an issue with like your skin, okay? If you have like an issue with your skin in which it peels off super easily.
Yeah.
Okay? If I put a Band-Aid, let's say I put a Band-Aid there. Okay? If I put a little Band-Aid there. Okay?
Okay.
Listen. Put a little Band-Aid there. That's going to fix that issue.
Okay.
Okay? But it's not going to fix my issue in which there's a bigger fucking issue that I have fucked up skin.
Yes, but you got to take care of that little issue first.
That's not true, dude. That's not true. See, I don't
well,
think that.
Okay, no, hold on.
I don't think
you probably don't have to take care of that. But you have to address that and acknowledge that issue first.
I don't
Correct?
think so.
The little issue first.
I don't think so.
Because if you can't even get on board
I don't think so.
with the minor issue, how are we gonna get people on board with the bigger
That's a different
issue?
picture. That's a different thing. Yes, you should understand that. Oh shit, I gotta cut there. Like, right?
Exactly. So at this point,
but I gotta cut there because I have a fucking bigger issue, dude.
But at this point, we haven't even addressed the cut. We're fucking arguing what Band-Aid to use. That's what we're doing. You know, we're saying Black Lives Matter. We're saying white people get shot more. We don't even know what Band-Aid to use. We haven't even looked at the cut. If we haven't looked at the cut, how are we gonna look at the fucking hand?
I don't think that's right. I think we have looked at the cut, and we try to fix that cut by doing all these little Band-Aids, right? But in reality, it's like, well, you fix this, or you fix this, or you make people wear this, you make people wear this, and it's always shit that doesn't fucking matter to the end
Okay,
goal.
you're not putting it on your hand, then. You're putting it on your fucking feet.
No,
When that's not even your problem.
Exactly. Well, yeah, or you're like, oh, I have a cut here. Let me put it right here. Let me put it right here. And you're like, bro, you have a cut here.
Yeah.
Okay?
You
and
have to
like,
explain because
but then
there's
you're
no
like,
camera, bro.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on your
Like,
hand.
let's say, let's just say, okay? You're like, you're putting it right here or whatever, right? And then you're just like, hey, bro, well, you don't fucking have, like, what? Like,
Exactly.
There's a bigger issue, though.
Yes.
Because even if you put the Band-Aid there, it doesn't fucking matter because you have a bigger issue.
Exactly.
And that bothers me.
Exactly.
It bothers me because in my
But think
opinion,
about it, dude. Yeah, you're thinking about this and we're talking about this. Great. People don't even get to have this conversation, bro, because they're stuck in that. What do you mean? You shouldn't have said that just because she had a knife, she should have gotten shot. They're still stuck in that conversation.
yeah.
They're still stuck in like Black Lives Matter conversation.
That's because they don't understand that two things can fucking be true. That's my problem.
Yes.
Two things can be true.
Two things can be wrong at the same time.
Or two things can be right at the same time.
Yes. Black people getting shot often.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. White people getting shot by cops. It's wrong. Let's get fucking together and solve this, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't have nothing against Black Lives Matter. I have nothing about white people. I'm saying let's get together and fix this shit. And that's what the fucking system don't want. That's what the media doesn't show the video of the good cops. And they only show the video of the bad cops shooting black people and minorities.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep dividing us, bro.
Yeah. Stop hitting the fucking table.
God damn, bro. This shit. Damn. People got to understand this shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, look, that's the thing. It's in my opinion, I think there's a lot of things that are wrong, but I think it's a bigger issue. And we never, like I told you, we do this shit at work.
Yes.
Too. It's like, well, the kids can't do this, or the kids can't do that, the kids can't do this. Yeah, dude, but they don't have this one basic skill that they need.
Yes, I
know.
know.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
America as a whole is a fucking issue, dude.
I don't know about that.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
the
that's
society
the thing too.
as a
Okay,
whole.
that's the thing
Dude,
too.
look, check it out. America is that kid that gets bullied in school often. And since he can't defend it, hold on. And since it doesn't want to do anything, instead, what does it do? It goes and fucking bombs your country. Just like it goes and it shoots up the school. That's America, bro.
Dude, nah.
That's America.
No. I think also the bigger issue is that the solutions in which what we believe is going to solve is very polarized. You know, and it's like either it's a very individual thing, like, and I know you said this shit, like the homeless people, all this shit, like they're worthless. You said that shit,
Yeah.
Right? In a, you know, you're like, oh, homeless people are worthless, right? So you'll have like, for example, you'll have like very conservative people go, well, that's that person's problem,
Yeah.
right? And that's that person's problem for fucking being homeless.
Yeah.
And then you'll have like the really, really leftist person who goes, well, the government needs to fix that person's problem, right? And in my opinion, it needs to be like a balance of both things. Like it can't, like, that person's not going to get out of it alone, solely alone.
Right.
Right? And then that person's not going to get out of it also by just getting all the help from everybody else. Like, it needs to put a little bit of work in themselves and it needs to get some sort of help.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be a balance. And I feel like that's the biggest issue. Is that you either like, well, you need to fix it your fucking self, or it's like, well, the government needs to fix it for you.
You know what's the issue? Capitalism, bro.
Nah.
You know what's funny, though?
Well, that's the thing.
That in other countries, like if a lot of this shit was going on, they'll say, see, communism. Communism doesn't work. Look at it. Look what's going on.
Right. But they don't blame
that
the system here.
You had the election. Now fucking Shapiro saying that the legal system's broken because we're making decisions based on pressure from the population rather than
politics.
rather than evidence and stuff. And it's like, so you're telling me that the system's broken. So maybe it's capitalism that's fucked up, you know? But they never say that, and it never comes out of anybody's mouth.
That's not because that's not what they believe.
No, I know.
That's not what Ben Shapiro believes. Ben Shapiro's doing that for his followers.
No, I know, but I know.
Right?
I don't want to talk about Shapiro. That was a dumbass, just like Candace. No, he's not a dumbass, but in this show, he's a dumbass. In this show, he's a dumbass.
Like lately, he's been like really like, okay, dude.
Yeah, in this show, yeah.
How can, like it was clear. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like prove me another like.
Yeah.
You're gonna prove to me. Candace always gonna be like he died from a drug overdose, and then have all these doctors.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to get to you about. If you've seen the Derek Chauvin, he got convicted for 3 charges, like 80 something years.
It's okay. We can talk for however long because we're not gonna. We don't need fucking.
But what I'm saying is, and then a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, he had 3 times the dose of fentanyl.
Yeah, that's what Candace Owens said. Huh?
Like a bunch of shit, dude. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that if he would have had fentanyl or no fentanyl, he probably wouldn't have died that day. Some other people are saying that he did have fentanyl, but he took it so the cops wouldn't catch it on him. That's another story. Right. But regardless, if he had fentanyl, he would have been heroin, whatever he had, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have died right there.
Right. He only died because that. Yeah. Well, that's what the doctor said.
Or maybe he would have lasted another. I mean, if he wasn't on fentanyl, he would have lasted another minute under the guy's knee.
That's what the doctor said.
But, dude, like, he died. Like, you see what I'm saying? They're still trying to find. Like, there's no accountability for that fool's actions. For Chauvin's.
No, but that's because it's super polarized.
That too, because it's politics too. But then you seen fucking what's her name, Pelosi, the one that came out and said, "Thank you, George Floyd, for dying for us."
Yeah,
it's like motherfucker, bro.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Fuck the left,
fuck the right, man. And
well, that's the thing. If you watch it from the very beginning, if you when the video first came out, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, I don't know about Candace, Ben Shapiro, people from the left, people from the right were like, "That's horrible. What that guy did was horrible." Yeah. Right? And then as shit became more polarized, they were like, well, he died because of a drug overdose. And they were like, well, he died because... And the other side was like, he died because the fucking guy was on his knee or whatever. Yeah. Then they don't watch the fucking trial and hear all the doctors be like, yeah, I don't think he died because of fentanyl. It was pretty clear the guy was fucking choking his ass. Yeah. Right? And then they'll come out and be like, oh, this wasn't a fair trial. So then you go, okay, well, the system was broken. Yeah, the system is broken. Yeah, United States system is broken. Yeah. And they're going to be like, well, okay, well, it doesn't work. Is this a result because of the system? Yeah. And they'll be like, no. So what are you telling me then? Like, you can't fucking have it.
But you know what they're doing?
They're just, dude, all they're doing is just stirring up comments to get more money.
Catering to their people.
Yeah, that's all they're
doing. For what?
For money.
To divide the one side from the other. No, I don't. Because the Democrats are doing the same shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't think they're doing it there. I think they're just doing it because that's how you make money, dude.
Because not what I've noticed too is from Rogan. Rogan does the same. Like I don't know if he's getting paid by somebody in Texas, the governor, Texas business or something. Dude, that's every time he gets a chance.
He's like all the great stuff about Texas.
No, about Texas, but if he just say California, like he'll get into, oh yeah, California is going down the drain and the homeless, and it's like he starts getting an orgasm and he starts talking about it. Yeah. It's like like it doesn't even have anything to do with California, but it just gets thrown in there for whatever reason. And he's like, oh yeah, California is going to shit. It has a great problem. It has the bums and the businesses. And 90% of it's like they gave him this script and he memorized it and he brings it up any fucking chance he gets. Yeah. With every fucking guest. I've noticed in the last, I want to say 10 episodes. So now I'm like, this motherfucker's probably getting paid now by a corporation.
Nah, I don't think so. I think in his situation, I think he got fed up to what happened here with all the lockdowns and stuff like that. And it kind of, I don't want to say it ruined his career. Cause of course, it didn't ruin his career. He made fucking bank, right? But he loved to do comedy. He loved to go to the comedy store. And then he just was like, man, this shit doesn't make sense. And honestly, a lot of that shit didn't make sense. And
no, I know. I understand.
And he kind of like, I think he's more like upset about that shit.
But so I would understand when it comes to the topic. You know? Like, let's talk about it. But every time he gets, like every chance he gets.
But he just talks shit about it. That's what he's doing. Yeah. Because he's the fucking comedian. He's also said it. Like, I'm not a news source. I just say shit just sometimes he'll say like, I just say shit to get people mad.
Last time I watched his old shit when he interviewed Technique and shit like that. It's like way different, dude.
He interviewed Immortal Technique?
Like 3 times.
On his podcast? Yeah. Huh? Wow, I gotta look it up.
And it's like, Dude, you hear that shit and you hear
No, because you know what he's really good at, dude, is that when people from all the sides come, he's able to like have a conversation.
No, I know.
That's all he's doing, dude.
I know. I'm not saying he's leaning left or right. I'm saying
No. I know. I fucking heard it too because all he does is talk shit. Like all the homeless fucking shit's going.
It's like the same over and over
and over. But I think it's just how he feels because of you know what fucking happened here, and honestly, like it becomes an issue, dude. It does. Unfortunately, it becomes an issue because, like he's upset about everything, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't really like it, dude, because my issue too is that you have an idea made up, right? Not you, but in general, people come in and they have an idea made up, and then they fucking just go with that idea, even if it proves them wrong, right? Like you're gonna keep saying that it was drugs that killed them. It's like, dude, doctors came, you know, and even excuse me, even the fucking people who were trying to, you know, defend Derek Chauvin that went in, like they didn't really do a good job at defending him, like the witnesses or the experts and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they still were like, oh, that all they're doing is trying to sell to their people. That's it. And I'm guessing, back to Joe Rogan's thing, I'm guessing he's starting to really understand that there's he may be getting a lot of people who are Republican who are watching him.
Yeah.
So he may be like, well, maybe I should say shit so that they can at least continue watching. I'm not too sure. I don't think that's happening, but maybe that could be it. Yeah. You know, he's not stupid.
No, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Do you have another topic or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How long?
We're an hour 11, dude. But it's just audio, no?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let me go topic because it's random. So.
No, fuck that.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Go.
What'd you think? What'd you think of the Superliga?
Oh, the Superliga, yeah, dude, that shit was crazy, man.
Yeah.
That shit lasted more than Barca and the champions.
Damn, a little less.
From what I know,
although this is Real Madrid trying to ruin soccer.
From what I know is that, you know, they try to create the Super League because so they can get more income. Because their argument was like, well, the big teams from every league are cool. They're financially stable.
Right.
Then the whole league's gonna be fine because we're gonna buy players from them, and then you know it's gonna the TV and all that stuff. And then FIFA was like, "Fuck that shit." UEFA, yeah. UEFA and FIFA or just
UEFA was like, "Nah," and then FIFA backed them up like,
"Yeah." They're like, "Nah, fuck that shit. You can't be doing this because we're not in it. You know, we didn't approve it." So, and then they're like, "We're gonna find the players. They're not gonna go to their selecciones. We're gonna find the teams. They're not gonna go to Champions League." So they're like, all right, you know, fuck it. We're just kidding. We're not going to make it. And then people were like mad because they're like, oh, you're destroying football. Like, and then that's when you ask me, like, why are they mad? Like,
I don't understand it.
I don't
understand it because it's like they're already destroying football. Like
they destroyed it.
You know, you see this, I'm sure you saw the picture everywhere, like made by the poor, stolen by the rich. Like there's this huge like tifo that somebody in like a stadium made. And it's like, dude, that wasn't made during the Superliga. That was made a long time ago.
Yeah, before the champions.
No, it was like maybe a couple years ago.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like soccer in general.
Well, yeah, no, but this fucking thing, and they put this picture up like it's like, hold on, do you guys know that picture that you're putting up had nothing to do with the Superliga?
Yeah,
like, do you know what I'm saying? And that was my biggest issue. Right, and this is a conversation that I had with a couple people, is that this is already happening, dude.
Yeah.
Like, UEFA is making fucking money and basically just pleasing the people that have a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And it's, like, literally already happening. The only difference is that there tends to be a little bit of, like, well, the bigger clubs are going to trickle money down to everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? And in the Superliga, like, they were just going to keep all the money themselves, which I think is kind of fucked up. But it's like all the teams that were already on there, those are teams that are always in the Champions League. If not, like they're right there.
There's
like
a reason why they're taking them to the Superliga because they're always the top three.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Most of them were always in there.
Yeah.
And I get it, right? Like it just, what I didn't like is that it ruins the competition. Like there's no, like there's no like why would I want to beat anybody if I'm always gonna be in.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna be in. Like it's not gonna incentivize even the lower teams. And I didn't personally like that. But in the general the general thing, I was like, dude, Barcelona is always in the Champions League. Real Madrid is always in the Champions League. Atletico Madrid is always in the Champions League.
The top three for sure.
Now, especially because like the money is like being run by them three already, right? And then you have fucking Arsenal. You have Chelsea.
Man
you
City.
had Man City. It's like Manchester United. They're always pretty much there because they like
and then
the
there's
money.
Juventus, Napoli, Milan.
Yeah, no one else had. Well, it was Juventus, Inter, and AC Milan.
Yeah.
And it was like no one else has money, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like all they were trying to do is just keep the money themselves. The way that UEFA just tries to keep the money for themselves.
Yeah.
Like.
But I feel like it's a monopoly. It's been a monopoly.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
And that's why they didn't want to create the Superliga. You know.
And well, this is what
Maybe
this
the
is
way they
connection.
created it or they wanted to start, maybe it was bad. But maybe they would have kept going. Okay, they would have restructured it as they went. You know.
Yeah.
Like okay, maybe let's include these teams. Let's get this. Let's get that. Because I'm pretty sure when the Champions was made, it wasn't perfect.
Right.
The way the Champions was made, when was it made? Like in the
Eventually,
80s, 90s?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not the same to what it is now.
Right.
It got better over time. So that's probably what they could have done. But since FIFA and UEFA got a monopoly now, they're like, nah, you can't do this shit, you know? I just didn't like the people who are like, oh, you know, like, you're destroying soccer for the money. Like, it's always been about the money.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you have like a million tournaments in Europe.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, is like, then the players came out when they saw the new UEFA thing and go, oh, so you want us to play more games?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like, Gundogan, what was that?
Gundogan?
Yeah, he came out and was like, dude, you want me to play more games now?
Yeah.
Like, we weren't for the Superliga, but, like, now you just, like, put more teams in, make us play more games.
Exactly.
Like, is anybody thinking about the players who are making
Nobody gives a fuck about the players.
No, because it's like everything. You're just pawns to this shit.
Yeah.
Like, right? Unless you're, like, a top-notch player, you're just like a pawn. Like, oh, well, you don't want to do this? And fuck you. Boom, next person.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't like the lack of competition. But in the general sense, I was like, well, these people are always in it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what do you...
But then I think...
what do you stop?
Like you said, you know, the lack... Like, there's no incentive to...
Yeah.
You're going to go regardless. You know,
Right.
it's not like in Champions. Like, you have to fight at least to be in the top, I think, 3 or 4 places,
Right.
depending on what country you're in.
Right.
It's just like, now it's just like, well, fuck, I don't even have to try. And I just go to the... I probably don't even have to win a championship at home. I'll just wait, go to the Superliga, and then I'll try to win that because that's where the money's at. Yeah. And then I'll be good, you know? And then I think at one point it'll get boring just watching the same teams like go against each other. And then you're never going to see like
but that's what you do anyways.
No,
dude.
but you get them every now and then. Like every year you get like cool games, you know?
Dude, you get them all the time. Like in the end of the Champions League, pretty much from quarters
exactly. But the end of the
now-
Champions is once a year.
No, the end of the like quarters all the way now, it's pretty much all like good games.
Yeah, there's like 3 months of worth of good games.
Yeah.
But, you know, but then you get like that Leicester City, you get that like Betis or, you know, like...
like all these mixtures of...
Like a random team just gets in there and you're like, oh shit, I kind of hope they win, you know?
Right.
You're never going to get that in the Super League. It's always going to be like a big team against another big team.
But that would be legit, dude.
No, I know, but then it's like...
No, I agree. I think it was a stupid idea. I just didn't see the argument of like they're killing soccer. They're taking... It's like, bro, it's already been taken.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you
It's
talking...
a business.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Dude?
Yeah.
Like, this is not what took it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's already been taken, you know? And all UEFA's doing is really monopolizing soccer.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
as a
what
whole,
that's what they did. That's what they've been
and
doing.
when and this is a conversation that I had with somebody as well, is that, you know, they made that Nations League, where like instead of having friendlies, they have games that matter now all the time.
Stupid.
Well, and it's cool because you have games that matter, right? But then instead of having friendlies, like more friendlies and stuff, where other teams from other continents can play against you, now all you're doing is playing against each other. So who is that necessarily hurting? Pretty much everybody other than the European teams, right? Because now fucking, you know, now instead of like Argentina being able to play Spain or Brazil being able to play Holland, now you have fucking Brazil playing, I don't know, Guatemala, or Brazil playing Honduras, you know, and it's like, or Brazil playing a small ass team from wherever on a friendly. It's like,
Fiji.
who's getting better, the Spain versus Holland or fucking Brazil versus
I get what you're saying.
Haiti? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, who's getting better? At the end of the day, my own opinion is that soccer's gonna be run by Europeans.
Yeah.
At some point, like, you're not gonna. I mean, I hope to be wrong. I legitimately hope to be wrong, but I think from now forward, the next couple of World Cup champions are gonna be all European teams.
Yeah, probably.
Germans, Spaniards,
Mexico, dude.
Yeah, like I don't think
just
that. That's the thing. I don't think they have it.
Yeah.
And like not even like Brazil or like
The European competition is elevating, and then fucking
Yeah.
the
And if you
American-
really think about like the latest like big signings, right? Like new kids that are coming up, they're all European kids.
Yeah.
Like you know, like
I think the last
Neymar
Brazilian was Vinicius.
Oh yeah, but that was
Like
still
a big bomb was Neymar. Yeah.
Yeah, like but that Vinicius
That
is
was
off
like
and on.
what 6 years ago,
Yeah.
5 years ago,
You know what I'm saying,
and he's
though?
not even like
Yeah,
great no more.
yeah, and that's the thing.
You know what
it's
I
like,
think would be dope, dude? Like that they should do, like Europe, the European leagues. They should have a tournament like where they play like each other. Like they make it like say Spain makes a team
right?
with all the best teams from all the best players from the Spanish league, and then England gets,
but not like they don't have to be Spanish players. It's just
whoever
who
plays in the league, and then England will
sick.
make a team, and then Italy, and then
Yeah.
Germany, and then they go against each other, and
Yeah.
whoever wins gets a
They
lot of
used to
money
have-
for the league.
Yeah, that'd be
That'll
sick.
be fucking dope, dude.
That'd be sick because that would incentivize people to buy players.
exactly.
their league.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
incentivize the league
The league to be
as
like
a whole.
like
Like, hey,
Betis
we
to be
gotta-
like, fuck, we need to buy at least have one legit player to try to incorporate
exactly, yeah. And then when
You
they
know.
win money, the whole league gets the money.
this. Yeah,
That'd be fucking
sick.
legit, dude.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
That'd
FIFA,
be-
if you're listening to us,
Yeah,
right now,
dude. So fucking.
That was a
Who's
good-
the
I like that
president?
idea.
Infantino.
I like that. I met that for once.
Yeah.
Well, I took a picture with that. Or my dad did.
Sick.
My dad didn't even know who that was. We were
Really?
at the done.
Oh, at the World Cup, dude?
Man, fuck, I don't want to talk about this. We were at the final of the Copa America with
Oh,
fucking
damn.
fucking,
Yeah, dude.
fucking
But
Imagine. I already had to do it. Fucking.
that'd be dope,
fucking-
dude. If they do something like
That
that.
fool walked out of the stadium. We were walking out because we were like, man, fuck, we lost again. Walked out and I was like, oh shit, that's a FIFA. He's like, who is that? I was like, that's a FIFA president, dumbass. Like, god damn it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, let's go take a picture with him. My dad doing that. And I was like, hey. And then we were walking around fucking New York.
Yeah.
New York? I think it was New York.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
where the fuck we stayed. In New York, dude. And we saw Romero, dude.
Really?
I swear, yeah, I had a picture with
Damn.
that fool. And my dad was like, that's Romero, dude. And my dad was like, yeah, I was like, nah, let's not take a picture. That fool's probably mad from the game yesterday. And he was like, nah, let's ask him. Hey, and he was like, Romero, take a picture with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a selfie. Bro. Bam,
She was like, que se
Well,
siente
if-
perder.
Yeah, dude. Nah, dude, they should have won at least one of the
Fuck.
finals. And honestly, dude, they played better than Germany. As I think
know,
about it
dude.
now,
They had all. They had them
every
the whole
chance,
game.
every chance.
Germany had one chance. They put it away.
Higuaín. Palacios era por abajo, papi.
Telling
Under
you, dude.
Neymar. Nah.
Telling you, dude.
Under New Year, dude. Nah, but yeah, we saw that. That was cool. What do we get to that? Oh, so that was a cool idea. I know back in the day they used to do like South America versus the rest of the world, where they make like players from all South American
Oh, for
teams.
real?
Yeah, like Maradona would play in it and shit, and then they would play
Sick.
against like the rest of the world, or it would be like Europe
Well, I
versus
know.
the rest
I
of
know
the world.
what they're doing right
It'd be
here. What they're
fucking
trying to do, the Superliga, the Mexico and then the U.S.
Oh yeah,
Like a big ass league.
yeah, but that's pretty much already the CONCACAF, dude. Like,
Yeah.
like it's pretty much.
It'll
all
be
Mexican.
cool, but then when you have to play like New York has to play like fucking who's all the way in the bottom?
Veracruz. I don't know where the fuck Veracruz is at, but they're not even in the first one.
Like somebody
Sorry,
all the
Jaro.
way in the
Sorry,
bottom.
Jarocho, if you're listening to this.
Like fucking,
Sorry.
I don't know, like even like from New York to like fucking Cruz Azul or America, like
That's
dude,
far, no?
that's a fucking
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, but luckily they have planes, so it's
But
like,
I think what they were trying to do was cool, get the best from the Liga MX and the best from MLS. And
like an all-star game.
yeah, That was
I don't
cool.
like all-star games, dude.
it was cool, but there's no incentive.
Yeah, there's no
That's what I'm
other
saying.
than
That
like a show, like, oh, it's cool to see
yeah.
everybody
Then in
together.
Europe, it should be an incentive where it's like, okay, if you guys win, you guys get this much money. And then, I mean, you can get a lot of fucking teams because there's a lot of European leagues,
Yeah, but Liga MX is always gonna. I don't know. They
I don't know,
always-
dude, because when they had Zlatan and Bella and everybody, it would have been a good fucking game. But I don't know, dude.
Fucking table, man, makes a lot of noise.
I know.
Damn, dude.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, let's wrap this up.
This is it, everybody.
Yes.
This was episode number 4. This will be the audio for episode number 4. I hope to be buying my stuff. I still need to start my. I have one guest who wants to come in for my
He's lying.
thing. I just need to. I need to do something about this table because Jair, if
Yeah.
he keeps fucking banging on it, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
But yeah, so this is gonna go on Spotify, Apple Podcast.
You can put it on YouTube. Just put the back, like just a one.
No, yeah, it's gonna go on YouTube, Apple Podcast,
Take a screenshot.
Spotify,
Take a screenshot of the intro.
Instagram, everything else. So, that's where you can listen, whatever you're more comfortable with.
All right.
And like I said, fucking peace out.
Peace.